It is. Welcome in here to what is a very exciting double victory Monday episode
Dang.
123, number 123 of
One, two,
Burns
three, baby.
and Berman.
Today's just for the two of us, man. It's just perfect.
Yeah.
It's just perfect.
The Chicago Bears coming off a very impressive win.
Yes.
Their opponent is the Carolina Panthers, but you can't deny how good they looked.
No, they looked fantastic, Josh.
And then the Ravens are coming off the game of the year, and Lamar Jackson having one of his all-time best performances.
Yeah, that was an all-timer game. That was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I really caught the beginning of it, but I saw everything throughout it at the same time.
For those of you that are new here, the way we do these Monday shows, we start off with the Ravens and the Bears, and then we talk about the rest of the league. But let's start off. Last week we started in Chicago. We got to start with the Ravens today.
Go ahead. We have to. Floor's yours, brother.
That was, you talk about 10,000 heart attack games.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I was talking to Burns. I am in the process. You guys know the NFL's YouTube posts like crazy ending. It's the last 5 minutes straight. I'm in the process of doing that. That'll be up at some point, hopefully today, of just us reacting to everything crazy that happens. And man, for those of you that stay with us and watch the whole game with us, you know, the defense, man. Listen, the conversation that we are going to have all week, and the conversation that should be had is how amazing the Ravens offense looked.
Yep.
But as an AFC North fan, as someone who knows what the Pittsburgh Steelers look like in the division, if your defense plays the way they played yesterday, when Pittsburgh comes to town or we go there, you lose.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and that's what, so it's a flashy, it's a sexy 41-38 overtime game of the year, amazing. And I'm listen, offensively, literally nothing more you could ask for. They were amazing. On defense, in particular, where the strength of this team on paper defensively is the secondary.
Yeah.
The pass rush is on paper the weak point. This year, the pass rush has been amazing, and the secondary has been among the worst in the NFL. It's been the complete opposite of what everyone expected the Ravens defense to look like, where the pass rush was the struggle, secondary is the weakness. Secondary was the strength. It's been the exact opposite.
Yeah.
And the guy who's been our best corner all year long, the one corner that has been great was Marlon Humphrey, who got torched yesterday. But then who made the big play? Who made the interception? Marlon Humphrey.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Brandon Stevens, on the other hand, the other corner, he had a rough go at it. Marcus Williams was awful.
Yeah.
I mean, really awful.
Yeah.
In the second, I would like to see Ardarius Washington or possibly Eddie Jackson start to get some more snaps.
Bojack. Throw Bojack.
Bojack was in the game a lot yesterday, by the way. He was in the game a lot. He's our third safety. Him and Ardarius Washington are our third safety. I would like to see either one of those two snap count start to increase and start to see Marcus Williams' snap count maybe go down a little bit, because this is a little bit of a pattern for him.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we have that out of the way, Lamar. Oh my God.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
He was unbelievable. Unbelievable. And here's the thing. This is what Derrick Henry's done his whole career. The dude had 14 carries for 40 yards. But guess what? His final stat line's 15 for 91 because of a 51-yard run in overtime that set up the game-winning field goal. He did nothing all day. The run game really was not good all game.
He came in when it mattered.
But in overtime, Derrick Henry gets the ball 51 yards down the field, and he finishes the day 15 for 91, and that's the only play that you needed out of him.
Exactly.
He did have a touchdown as well. The touchdown was obviously huge. But in terms of the run game, which is the strength of this team, and the Ravens are a running team, and, well, what happens when you make Lamar do it himself? Well, you saw yesterday, because the run game was not good. Derrick Henry, do not let that final stat line fool you, was not very good yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Guys had to step up. Zay Flowers stepped up. Rashad Bateman, I think, had one of his best games he's ever had. And you know what? All of a sudden, at the end of the third quarter, the Ravens remembered something. Hey, we got this guy, number 89,
Mm-hmm.
who's in the game a lot as a blocker. Why don't we throw it to him? And look what happened. He's the same player. Like, all of a sudden, he gets the ball. And seriously, it is the exact same player. And I do not understand why Charlie Kohler, who has been great, I'll give him some credit, but I don't understand why Charlie Kohler had the 50-plus yard play, because Mark Andrews would have scored.
Mm-hmm.
So, stuff like that. But hey, if this is the start of him getting the ball more, great. Because what excites me is not, oh, he got the ball a little bit. All of his targets and catches were in a very, Lamar went to him about 3 or 4 times in the span of like 10 throws. So it was, you saw that connection coming back. That's what gives me hope. If you're a Mark Andrews fantasy owner, I don't even know what to tell you. Take it whenever it is. As a Ravens fan who wants to see him more involved, I love to see it. I don't know from a fantasy weekly standpoint what you're going to see. I have no idea. And here's the thing. Oh, before we get to Cincy, Justin Tucker.
J Tuck.
The goalposts were shaking on that 56-yard field goal.
Yeah.
That was a windy. This guy kicked it intentionally offline and had enough confidence in himself to know that it would not only hook in right down the middle from 56.
Oh, Joshua.
That gives me some hope for him going forward, but Cincy. I go back to my prediction for them. It was 9-8 in last place. I mean, I don't know if they'll get to 9-8 because they're 1-4.
Yeah.
But this Cincinnati offense is what Joe Burrow, you know what, he's given some 2020 Deshaun Watson vibes in terms of like how well he played that year, and the Texans just sucked. Yeah, no, we'll get to him. But I mean, the offense is in Cincy looks great.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they have their defense, man. Same every concern I just laid out for the Ravens defense. For the sake of time, I'll just say copy and paste. Because it's the exact same issues.
Yeah.
And Joe Burrow had a phenomenal day. Unbelievable game from him. Unbelievable game from Jamar Chase. Unbelievable game from T. Higgins. And they lost. Zach Taylor. I said this on the stream multiple times. If you guys keep throwing the ball, we're going to lose. As soon as they get conservative and they run the ball, I think we get to stop and we win the game. And look what happened. They ran the ball. They got conservative. McPherson missed the kick. Rico, the punter, muffed the snap.
Yeah.
But still.
It wasn't.
So couldn't be happier. And now we're on to the game of the week, Ravens Commanders.
Yeah. I can't believe that they did not move the Bengals and Giants out of primetime.
No, they tried. CBS.
They tried.
CBS protected it. CBS said
no. Is that a 3:00 game or a nooner?
It's 1 o'clock. It's 1. Yeah.
Noon.
Sure.
Noon.
But the NFL did try and flex it. And the networks are allowed to protect 1 game a week. And CBS said, you are not moving that game.
That sucks. I don't like that.
All right. Now let's talk about Chicago.
Josh, we had fun. We had a lot of fun. I told you that I was very nervous going into that game because that just it would have been so Bears to lose that game or just look. Well, here's the biggest thing, right? I know they played the Carolina Panthers. I know the Panthers fucking suck. They suck. But what have the Bears done whenever they played a bad team over the past 3 years? They've looked bad as well.
They've been that team.
Exactly. But what did they do? They went in there and kicked the shit out of them. And Caleb Williams finally looked like Caleb Williams. And it was fun. It was so much fun. Oh my God, sitting there, seeing this offense flying around the field, seeing the defense. This Bears defense is unbelievable.
Yeah, it
I
is.
mean, week in and week out, they're crazy.
We've been talking about that all year.
Oh, Jaquan Brisker, man. He is
Monster.
he's out for blood. He is out for blood every game. I don't like how much he puts his body on the line, but he does. He does, dude. He like that one hit that he had that caused a fumble. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
He just flew in there and just said, "Fuck it, dude. If
I'm going down, so is the ball."
Yes, that's exactly what he does. And that's why he got hurt so much during his rookie year and everything.
Yeah.
But it's because he just flies. And it's so fun to watch when he's playing good football. But the whole thing about DJ Moore wanting a trade, I don't think so, guys. I think
I haven't even seen it.
Yeah, no, all that bullshit saying that DJ Moore's not happy. I think he's perfectly fine. Whoa, what? Is it official?
Yeah. The most predictable outcome of all time has happened.
He's the new ESPN guy.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought was going to happen. But
yeah.
Where was it announced?
He announced it.
Oh, really? Let's see. Hold on.
Chums, of course he
Wow. Wow, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's fucking sweet. That's good. Okay, so then Jeff Passan is still staying with the MLB, which is good too. Good for the thing. But Jeff Passan, whatever, however you say it, dude.
Okay. Sure.
Fuck off. All right. Fuck off, Josh. Listen, DeAndre Swift, once again, apologies to you. He had another fantastic game. It took him a while to score his touchdown. He was getting teased a little bit. And I love how the Bears just put in Roquan Smith. God, I was thinking Roquan Smith. Yeah. Roquan Johnson on the goal line instead of having DeAndre Swift, which pissed him off a little bit, but DeAndre Swift still found the end zone. But still, dude, just the run game's there. Everything's there. And now we fly to fucking London to play against the Jaguars, which is going to be a very, very interesting game. But yeah, Caleb's here. We're happy. But now my thing is, man, I mean, Caleb and the Bears offense, they look good against the Rams. They look good against the Panthers. Do it this week, and I'm 100% sold. Do it this week. Look good. Even if you lose the game, it's a weird fucking London game, whatever, because then after this, we have the bye week. Just offense, look good. Look good once again. Because that was the biggest note, last thing, and then we'll get on to the rest of the league. I've seen a lot of Bears quarterbacks have good games. I've seen a lot of them have good games. This looked professional, Josh. This didn't look like some fluky bullshit like Mitchell Trubisky throwing 6 touchdowns against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2018. This looked like a professional football.
That was a ridiculous performance, though.
That was an awesome game. Awesome game. But this looked like a real NFL offense, and it was beautiful to watch. It was beautiful to watch. I've never seen that in my life in a Chicago Bears uniform, and it was beautiful to see.
Here's what I would say. I would say that you have the right to be excited, but be cautious.
Yes.
Like, there is no reason why any Chicago Bears fan right now should not feel amazing.
Yeah.
But the thought of that was the Panthers can never leave your mind.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no reason to be anything other than excited. I mean, the way you guys played. You guys played an amazing game.
Exactly. But just got to keep the gas on the pedal, keep going. If they win this game and we go into the bye 4-2, I am so happy, Josh. It's not even funny.
The NFC is really interesting right now.
The NFC North is the best division in football as well, which is not helpful.
True.
But
that's very true. Yeah. I think we are obviously it's never too early to look at where you stand in your division.
Yeah.
But in terms of wild card conversations and this and that, I think we're about a week or two away from that.
Mm-hmm.
Being legitimate conversations about anybody, just because we still got a lot of time. But if you want to take a look at it right now and see where the NFC stands up, you have Atlanta, Seattle, Tampa, Dallas, Green Bay, and Chicago are all 3-2. Yep. You have Minnesota at 5-0 and Washington at 4-1. But everyone else among these contenders here, they're all sitting at 3-2. Detroit's on the bye at 3-1.
Yeah.
Then you have Philly and New Orleans at 2-2. And then you have the Niners sitting at 2-3.
Yeah.
Who, I mean, they now have an uphill battle. They're still the Niners, and I think they'll be fine, but they are now a game back.
Yeah.
But now, let's get into the rest of the league.
Nervous. I'm nervous, dude. And it's only it's early October and I'm already nervous, dude. We need to win. The Bears, to be contending in this playoff race, we need to keep winning these games before we get to the division.
Win the games that you should win.
Yes, that's what we need to do.
Game against Jacksonville. You're 3-2. They're 1-4. You should win the game. So do it.
I just hate that it's in fucking London. If it was at home. Also, that yesterday makes 8 straight wins at home for the Chicago Bears. 8 straight wins.
All right. But let's now get into the rest of the league. Obviously, I've watched the highlight reel, everything. God, there's so many games. I don't even know where to start. Well, let's start with the first game. Let's start with the London game. Jets-Vikings.
Jets, Vikings, London, weird football. Raj, man. Disappointing. Very, very, very disappointing. I really thought that this was going to be the week where it's all right, the New York Jets settle in and they do their job. And it was just how do you even describe that performance, Josh?
Weird.
That's a good word. Weird. The Vikings,
because when it clicked down the stretch,
it clicked. It did.
Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers finally got on the same page.
Yeah.
It
did, but it might be
their defense held what we've seen in Minnesota. That offense has been amazing. That defense did their job against Minnesota.
They did. I mean, the first half was not very good, but second half, the Jets turned it on. And this is the second week in a row now that the Minnesota Vikings have had a phenomenal first half.
Yeah.
And they've kind of slowed down towards the end of the game.
Yeah. I mean, I saw this comment here. Here's some. If we're talking about, they might go one and done in the playoffs, I mean, that depends on a matchup. We never know. Yeah. I mean, I could absolutely see this team losing in the wild card round or something like that if they have a bad matchup. Yeah. But if we're talking about 2020 Steelers, we're talking about a team that went 1-5 down the stretch. I don't see that happening.
No, I see them being competitive all year.
Yeah, I see them having it. Could they collapse in the playoffs? Sure. If we're talking about 2020 Steelers, we can't. I know because I don't think we're going to have some kind of late season just fall off a cliff type of a thing that we saw from Pittsburgh.
Damn, they play Detroit at noon on Sunday.
Ooh,
that's Detroit coming off the bye. That's going to be a fun game.
I would say it's Minnesota.
It's got to be Minnesota. Yeah. It's got to be 5-0. Lions sitting. I mean, honestly. And we'll probably flip whoever wins this game this weekend. Whoever wins Lions Vikings this weekend. It'll change.
All right, Cade, let's go. We can talk about it. Did you stay up the whole game? Did you watch the whole game?
What, are we getting into Sunday Night Football right now?
Yeah, we're doing with Cade.
I was awake, but I was kind of dozing off towards the end of the game. But
yeah, it's Lions Cowboys. It's Lions Cowboys.
Oh, so the Vikings are on bye this week. Right. Yeah. My fault. Vikings are on bye this week. Yep.
You lone wolf on Pittsburgh, by the way.
I did. God damn it, man. That sucked.
No, it didn't. It was amazing.
Dude.
Rain Dakota Prescott. What a drive.
Yeah, that was
what
cool.
A drive.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Game ended at 1 a.m.
I was falling asleep in bed. I don't know how you do that, man. I would have been asleep by the end of the third quarter if it was East Coast. That's ridiculous. And dude, that stadium was still fucking packed to the brim.
Steelers fans.
Yeah.
And Cowboys fans. But
dude, and that rain just came out of nowhere. It was fucking pouring.
Yeah.
Pouring before
it wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
It wouldn't stop. But yeah, I mean, Dak is doing great with what he has.
Yeah.
He's in a difficult situation. I mean, they cannot run the ball for shit. And he's making the most of what he can out of guys like Jalen Tolbert, who, remember I brought him up a couple weeks ago? I liked him. I saw a little something in one of the highlight reels I watched a couple weeks ago. I think it was week 2, maybe week 3.
Josh, what is this cheer stuff?
It's bits for Twitch.
I don't know what that is.
Twitch. It's like Twitch donations.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Jorge. Even though that's all Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they good job, Dak. Jalen Tolbert kind of stepping up a little bit.
Yeah. Him and CeeDee Lamb, okay? You think they're okay? I think they're perfectly fine. Yeah.
Welcome to NFL football.
It looked like he said subpar at first and not jump ball, but that's what
honestly, and I mean this with everything that I mean this so sincerely, I don't give a fuck what he said. Like, come on.
They're grown-ups. They're not. Yeah. It happens. It happens.
Yeah. Like, who cares?
Me.
These are the ESPN talk shows who want to have something to talk about.
Yep.
All right.
Same with Bo Nixon and Sean Payton yelling at each other on the sideline.
Same thing.
It gets heated, man. It gets heated.
Same thing.
Yeah, it happens. Anybody who's played a team sport understands how that goes.
Yeah. The only difference is there's cameras and millions of people watching and trying to decode everything that happens on the sideline.
Exactly. Yep.
I honestly, I don't care about any of those altercations unless if I see someone like get physical with a teammate. Unless if something like that were to happen, I don't care.
Yeah.
I never have and never will. But yeah, great job, Dallas. Now let's take a look here. Let's go back to the early window. Did you see what happened with Josh Allen at the end of the game?
I don't understand their time management at the end.
No, me neither. But I'm talking about the concussion or potential.
When he got like knocked out a little bit and he still played.
Left for like a snap.
Yeah.
This is not stuff like this should not fall on Josh Allen. You have the eye in the sky here, these neurologists here, and they're professionals. So listen, maybe there was something they saw that we didn't see, and you have to have some kind of medical like he was fine. It is entirely possible that he cleared what it's entirely possible.
Yeah.
But it sure didn't look like it. Like he didn't look. I mean, well, to be fair, he looked the way he looked all game.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. Not a good day. Not a good day for Mr. Allen at all.
You guys know I'm a Josh Allen fan. I'm still a Josh Allen fan, but if I saw this on Ravens Twitter the other day, last night, if Lamar Jackson went 9 for 30, ESPN would have a special Sunday night episode of First Take to talk about it. Like, he had a bad day.
Yeah.
9 for 30.
9 for 30. And they still almost won.
Yeah.
Until they had like some of the worst clock management ever.
Yeah, I don't know what that was
on their last drive, which was one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. Why wouldn't you run the
football?
John
McDermott has the same problem John Harbaugh has. Bills fans and Ravens fans have the same criticism of their head coach. They always get upset with their clock management down the stretch. The Bills have struggled with it. The Ravens have struggled with it. It's very, very similar criticism. And we saw that there. We saw that a little bit against the Ravens. Obviously, the score wasn't as close as this one. But there were times where I was very much questioning the Bills' clock management as well. So a little bit of a pattern there. Houston. I don't know, because you won the game against a really good team. I feel like there's something that I didn't see from them that I wanted to see, and I can't put my finger on it.
What's in there, bro? What's in there?
I don't know.
This is all of the Bills' hopes and dreams in here. Go on. Just kidding. No. Hopefully, though, because the Jets need to win that division. But, yeah.
Nico did leave early with an injury.
Not very good. Not a lot out of I had Diggs anytime touchdown. Not a lot out of him. I didn't hear his name called too much, at least.
Yeah, he had some catches.
Yeah, he had some. But awkward interaction between him and Josh Allen after the game, too.
Yeah. But
you think, and now that's one thing that I think there's actual bad blood there.
I do too.
Yeah, they're just not fans of each other, but they just like I saw a comment on it. It's like this was the hug so that the media doesn't make a big deal out of it, and then we don't have to talk to each other.
Yep. Yes. I will always have a soft spot for Stephon Diggs, Maryland guy. I mean,
he's got a lot of drama with him.
But
he's got a lot of baggage. A lot of baggage with that.
But I'll always have a soft spot for him. He's a local guy. He's a Maryland guy. Like when you go to UMD games or around there, I'm going this Friday. There, what you see everywhere, number 1 Diggs jerseys.
Yep.
That is like, because he's we had DJ Moore. We had DJ Moore, but Diggs, just throwing their NFL careers aside, where obviously Diggs has had more success. In college, Diggs was ridiculous. DJ Moore was good, but Diggs was on another level. So he's very much a local legend here. Also, he's a local guy. DJ Moore, I don't believe, is a local guy.
Yeah.
But we got another one though. Ty Felton, got another receiver out of UMD. Keep an eye on him. Get ready to hear his name come April because he's good.
Who do you play Friday?
Northwestern.
Oh. There we go, Wildcats. There we go, Wildcats. They suck this year. Took Indiana. They gave Indiana some trouble. What a crazy weekend for college football as well.
Yeah. We got to get to the NFL, but we got to get to that too. Let's keep going to the NFL, but we'll get back. We'll get to that later.
Unbelievable.
Because we got some stuff to talk about there too.
Yeah. What game you want to get into next?
Let's go to. I want to focus on the early slate first. Now let's get Dolphins Patriots out of the way first.
Really bad, boring, terrible football.
Yeah.
I feel like that sums it up pretty much.
Very interesting with the whole. I don't know if you know about the whole no touchdown at the end of the game with Jalen Polk. Made a video on it. You guys can go check it out. On the rule there. It's interesting. It's kind of a loophole, but it's not really a loophole. It kind of makes sense, but it's weird. With his second foot not I'm not going to get into it now because it's very complicated, and I honestly don't know how I was able to explain it all in a minute and a half, but I was. So go and check that out. It's on our TikTok and Instagram. But Drake May time, it might be.
Yeah.
This kind of feels like the right time.
I feel you.
This kind of feels like we're getting there. We'll see though. Miami ran the ball well though. I'll give them that. Let's move on though. Let's just forget it.
Yeah.
We are not streaming tonight now.
Josh is busy going on a date with this Patriots fan. Oh, he fell in love, Francis. Are you kidding me? How could I not see that? He fell in love. Oh, my God.
There's been some conversations.
Really?
We'll move on.
Whoa, that's more groundbreaking than anything else.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about it here.
Wow.
I'll talk to you about it.
Wow.
I'll talk to you about it. But you know what we can talk about is also very exciting. The Cleveland Browns suck.
Yeah, the Browns do suck. They're bad news.
I mean,
they're bad news.
Stefanski, it's time, man. You got to pull them. You have to.
Yeah.
We talked about Daniel Jones was the worst starting quarterback in the league. No, he's not. He's not. It's Watson. Watson is undeniably the worst starting quarterback in the NFL.
Yep. That's what happens when you take a break for certain reasons. How long was he out for?
About a year and a half.
A year and a half. Yeah. That's what happens when you don't play the game of football for a year and a half and come back.
And you know what? Everyone's going to focus on it, and rightfully so. But listen. He, on the field, strictly, this is an on-the-field conversation.
Yeah.
Cannot be their quarterback. Can't be.
No.
And this has nothing to do with everything off the field, which is a very important conversation and matters. And from a strictly football standpoint, he is not the guy who should be out there. It's gotten that bad.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, he is officially a better person than football player.
you know what the most damning thing is, though, for me?
Hmm.
It's not him. It is the fact that this is pretty much the exact same team. They fought for Flacco. When Flacco was in there, they had energy, they were excited, and they were winning. You put this quarterback in here, they are a different group.
Yeah.
They are dropping passes that they did not drop with Flacco. They are not running routes as well as they did with Flacco. They are damn sure not blocking as well, which has a lot to do with the O-line coach being there. It feels like no one on that team has any faith in him.
Flacco was a leader, man.
Yeah.
He was a leader.
Well, you know, remember the quote that the Browns wanted was the adult in the room? Remember that when Haslam said that when they traded for him, that they wanted an adult at quarterback, and that was kind of a slight at Baker.
Yeah.
Well, listen, the adult, the leader, it feels like no one respects him. And it sucks for the Browns because they built a really good roster there.
Yeah.
Like, really good.
Yeah, they have. Their defense is great.
They're stuck.
But
and their GM,
when they're
the GM who finally built a good team there, one bad trade is going to get him fired.
Yep. One bad trade that set them back for forever. And it could have fed them for forever at the same time.
Yeah.
It could have. It could have. But it also was so dumb. Why the fuck would you give up that much for him? Why would you give up that much for him? That's unbelievable. But yeah, Browns are bad. Talking about the other side of the ball, Jane Daniels. He's just Jane Daniels once again. Great.
I am expecting the Ravens-Commanders game to be exactly the same as the Ravens-Bengals game. These are two really good offenses and two defenses that are really struggling a little bit. But you know what? I will say this. The Ravens defense, we know, has way more talent than what we've seen. Like, they're capable of, I mean, we saw what they did against the Bills. They're capable of being way better. Slowly but surely, that Commanders defense is starting. Bobby Wagner is really doing a lot for them. Frankie Louvu is a monster. Frankie Louvu is one of the most underrated players in the entire NFL.
Yeah, he's a fucking dog.
Seriously, one of the single most underrated players in the entire league is Frankie Louvu. Those two guys are great. Their secondary is what the issue is, but
yeah,
it's getting better, and Dan Quinn's a defensive guy. So who knows? If that defense can turn it around, yeah, this team's looking good. I'm very excited for this Ravens-Commanders game.
Yeah, that's going to be a good time, dude.
We're 6.5 point favorites right now.
That's wild. 6.5.
I hate that. I hate it.
Oh, dude. Is it in Baltimore?
Yeah. Doesn't matter. But yeah.
But still, I mean, oh yeah.
It would not make a difference. These are the two closest teams in location in the NFL, with the exception of the Jets, Giants, and Rams, Chargers. These are there are no two teams in the NFL that are closer than the Ravens, Commanders. So they'll be there. They'll be loud. They'll show up.
Yeah.
And if it was in Washington, Ravens fans would show up just as much as they're going to show up to the bank. Like, it's I'm expecting a 70-30 split, maybe 60-40. Favor of the Ravens, and I think it would be the exact same.
Flock Nation, Ravens flock.
Yes.
The Ravens flock, ready to roll, dude. Hell yeah. But yeah, Jaden Daniels, once again, just showing that he's Jaden Daniels and he's doing his thing.
45 minutes to an hour.
That's not bad at all.
No.
Yeah. All right, next game, Josh.
The final game of the early window. I saw the tweet from Jack Settleman, who we had on here. Remember Jack? We had on here, the co-host of the Punchline Pod. He was talking about how on Red Zone yesterday, they were flip-flopping between 3 games, and they were quarterbacked by Lamar Jackson, Tyler Huntley, and Joe Flacco.
Yep.
Joe! He played so well.
Yeah, he did.
He played so well. I'm so happy for him.
God, dude, he's an old man out there, but he was moving.
39.
He was moving like nobody's business. He was moving like nobody's business. That's crazy. But hey, at the end of the day, Jacksonville gets their first one of the year.
Yeah.
And that was a feel-good win. That was a feel-good win for Jacksonville. That was. And now they go to their 2-game vacation stretch where they're essentially at home.
Yeah.
On the other side of the world.
Yeah.
which, of course, we have to play them. I'm happy that we're playing them the first game and not the second game they're there. I feel like that's a big advantage. Big advantage.
Huge.
Bears are actually flying out tonight to get there by tomorrow morning.
Interesting.
Yeah, but Jacksonville, they actually showed up and they looked fun. They looked fun. They had a good game. They had a good game.
showed up.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence finally. And I mean, honestly, man, if I'm talking to the Jaguars, I know you're sitting at 1-4, but your season is not over. It is. I know.
I mean, they're not going to the playoffs, but yeah, I mean, they're not going to be.
They got. I mean, this Bears game, knock on wood that we can win, but they got a couple games. They have a lot of winnable games coming up on their schedule.
They'll win 6.
And this, I don't know if I think it might be more than that. Looking at this next stretch they have, Josh. I kind of hinted at this last week, but I mean, dude, you got the Bears, you got the Patriots, Packers is a rough game. Eagles is a rough game. Oh, never mind. I would like to change my philosophy a little. Wow. I thought, well, yeah, I thought they had it easy. Never mind. I mean, you got the Bears and Patriots games in London are both winnable.
Yeah.
Those are.
Well, let's say you win them both, you're still 3-4.
And then you play the Packers, Eagles, Vikings, Lions, Texans.
Okay.
And then you play the Titans. And then you play the Jets. And then you play the Raiders. Then you play the
5 or
Titans.
6 wins.
The Colts. Yeah. I never mind. I'm changing my philosophy to that. But yeah. Jaguars, they'll be fun and frisky though. They'll be a fun 6-win team. The first couple weeks sucked, but now that Trevor Lawrence has arrived.
Well, I'm interested to see what he does against the Bears defense.
True.
Because this is a really, really good defense.
Yes, hopefully suck. Hopefully suck. I'm praying that he absolutely sucks and the Bears defense gives him hell. That's the goal.
We'll see.
That's hopefully what we do. But
we will see.
Yeah. Besides that, good game, good win at home. Now figure it the fuck out and don't do it again. But if I'm the Jaguars, you got to do it again. You have to.
Let's move on to the late window. Starting things off, the Denver Broncos have won 3 in a row.
They have, and they don't look that bad.
Their defense is
great.
They got an elite defense.
Their defense is playing fun football, and I think that having Sean Payton as your head coach is actually helping them a very good amount.
Yeah. Bo Nix, I mean, he's playing better. Put together a pretty good stat line.
Yeah.
I won't say his stat line is better than what the eye test told me. His stat line's 19 for 27 for 206, 2 touchdowns. No picks.
Good. And dude, the Raiders went out there and they went up 10-0.
I don't think that's stat line. I don't think he was as good as that stat line.
Yeah. But he went out there and they went up 10-0 like he was nothing.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing. And then Broncos, calm nerves, came back. Easy fucking win. Easy
100-yard pick 6 will help that in Sertan.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy that B is also jumping to another game, the 49ers game? Did you hear the stat line from Hansen yesterday? That that's the first time that's happened in the same week. 100-yard.
I didn't hear that. That doesn't surprise me.
2 100-yard defensive touchdowns in 1 week, and it happened in minutes of each other. And that's the first time that's ever happened twice in a week.
It doesn't surprise me.
First time ever. But yeah, they played.
I'm not gonna lie though. There's not a single team in the NFL with a winning record that's worse than Denver.
No.
Like,
no, they're the worst.
Good job. Like you're winning. You're not winning more than 7 games.
No,
this is not a, like they're better than I gave them credit for, but they're not a good team.
Yeah, I agree 100%. No, they're not really that much, and neither was this game. This game really wasn't much at all. Yeah.
Aiden O'Connell though might get the nod. Though.
Yeah, I think he might get the nod full time.
I mean, their receivers. Devontae, we'll see where he's going to go.
Yeah.
We'll see. But actually, here's something from Jordan Schultz from 6 minutes ago. Teams interested in trading for Devontae Adams have told me it's unrealistic for the Raiders to expect a 2nd-round pick while also having to take on his full salary. There doesn't seem to be a team desperate enough to do both, to pay his full salary and give a second.
Yeah, that's a bit ridiculous. That is asking a lot.
But it's also because these teams have leverage because they can just be like, all right, keep him. And
Yeah.
do you think this hamstring injury is legit? Right. So he ain't gonna play. So if you just say, okay, we'll just the asking price just goes down because he's not gonna play. The Raiders have no leverage here.
100%.
None. All right. Now let's move on to my lock of the week. The Giants losing to the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah. It wasn't the Giants losing to the Seattle Seahawks, Josh. It was the Giants beating the Seattle Seahawks. And the Giants, Daniel Jones playing an okay game.
Multiple weeks in a row.
Weird. Very, very.
Without his number one receiver or his running back.
Very, very, very weird.
Against a good defense.
Yeah. I don't know, dude.
You know what it is? Brian Daboll's a really good coach, and people forgot that.
Exactly.
Because Daniel Jones needs to do this for another 11 straight weeks, or else until I buy that it's him.
Yeah.
And we've seen it from Brian Daboll. Brian Daboll won Coach of the Year with this guy as his quarterback.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Fantastic coach.
And you know what this does, though, is it further proves just like, because if the Giants finish this year 3-14, then he's probably gotten fired. And these are one of those wins that show you he should not be.
Yeah, exactly. No, that they should keep him.
Because this team is not good.
No, they are not good.
I saw nothing from this team that told me that they're good.
Yeah.
Brian Daboll got it done.
Josh, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't perfect. But it was.
Was it them, though?
No.
Because I feel like
Seattle played a bad football game. A bad football game out of the Seattle Seahawks, dude. At home, you can't drop a fucking goose egg like that, man.
Seattle's what I thought they were.
Yeah.
Coming into the year.
Just okay. Mid.
7-10.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get to 8.
Yeah. Just kind of mid. That's the best.
They are who we thought they were.
Yep. Even though they were balling the first couple games, they were balling. They were balling. But yeah, shout out to the Giants. There you go. You get a good one.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Congrats.
We got 2 more to get to before we get into Monday Night Football. Let's do the less interesting one first. Packers-Rams.
That's how it goes. I do remember a lot of Packers fans telling me last week that, like, why are you so excited? You just beat the Rams, and then they take them down to the wire as well. That Rams team, when they get Kupp and Nakua back, they're going to be pretty damn good.
They have a top 3 coach in the NFL, so.
Yeah, they're going to be pretty damn good once they get Kupp and Nakua back.
Yeah, Xavier McKinney, 5 picks in 5 games.
It's crazy, bro. Yeah.
Jaden Reed is a guy, man. He's a guy. He's good. He's really good. But kind of similar to what I said about Houston. I can't put my finger on it. I can't tell you what it is.
Yeah.
There's something about the Packers yesterday that felt me like I felt like there was something missing.
There is something missing, and I don't know what it is.
There is the same thing I felt like watching Houston. Like, they got the win. They did what they needed to do. Something about it felt less impressive than it should have felt.
Yeah.
But what's weird is I can't tell you why.
No. There's
just something about it that.
And it's been kind of that way with the Green Bay Packers all year long. It's been like that the whole year.
Well, for a good chunk of it, their quarterback wasn't playing. So
yeah,
you kind of get a pass for that.
But now that he's back, he looked. How do you think he looked?
No, because the thing is, he played a good game.
Yeah,
but he had some bad decisions. But he had a bomb to Jaden Reed.
Yeah,
they're running the ball well. I don't know. Defense is playing well. I really can't put my finger on it.
Yeah.
Last game before we get into Monday Night Football.
We already talked about the Cowboys and the Steelers earlier today.
I'm not
holy
worried about
upset.
the Niners. Should I be?
Oh, the pick six was really cool that he threw. That was awesome. He turned into Will Levis instead. So that was fun. But
should I be nervous about the Niners? Because I'm not even a little bit. Is there reason to be? Because they are 2-3 and they've now dropped a couple of games in the division.
If Moody wasn't hurt, they would have won the game.
Yeah. But they now are 0-2 in the division.
Yeah, that is a bit brutal. That is. But no, Niners, not too worried. Maybe a little bit of a Super Bowl hangover, a little bit. Yeah. Even though they didn't win it, they still went. A little bit of a Super Bowl hangover, and it'll take time, but they'll get back into the swing of things. It'll take time.
As long as their division is, I mean, look at their division right now.
Yeah. As long as they even slip into the playoffs, they'll be okay.
Right.
As long as they're the 7th seed, dude, the Niners have enough firepower.
Well, here, Seattle's 3-2. The Cardinals are 2-3. The Rams are 1-4.
Yep. Their division's wide open. Absolutely.
The way it's going right now, 10-7, 11-6, you win the division.
Yep. And they probably will.
You got to stop dropping these games.
Yeah, no, it has to stop now, especially to the Arizona Cardinals.
I warned you guys about them.
Yeah.
They're going to win a couple of these.
Yeah. They're frisky. Except I hate that last week was when I had them to pick up a fucking game, and then I go against them this week, and look at what happens. And then I feel like that's how it always goes, though.
Yeah. Ayuk had a great day yesterday.
He did. He had fun. The 49ers as a whole had fun. It's just, dude, you need a fucking field goal kicker, man. They were dying out there, not being able to kick a field goal at the end of the game.
They went for it in fourth and 23.
Yeah, because there was nothing else you could do.
Yeah. Shout out to Kyle Juszczyk holding, though, on the field goal they did kick.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
They just needed it, man. They needed that kicker, and they won that game. It was a weird game. They'll bounce back, and they'll be okay.
All right. So, this week on the pick, speaking of bounce back, you need one, and it didn't come this week.
Yeah.
Myself and Michael, we tied. We're 9-4, and we have the same pick tonight. The fans are 7-6. You are 6-7.
Yeah, bad. And I'm just gonna make my pick for tonight short and sweet because I'm not happy with my performance this week. My upset of the week is tonight, and it is the New Orleans Saints beating the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead.
You know what that means?
What?
The fans are lone wolfing on the Chiefs.
What? Michael's on the Saints too?
Yeah, and it's not even his upset of the week.
Dude,
his upset of the week was Carolina over Chicago.
Dumbass. That's just a dumb play. That was a stupid play, Michael. But yeah, my upset of the week is the New Orleans Saints beating the Chiefs. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it will happen. It probably won't happen because I'm picking them too. You don't want to pick
them. Not a fan lone wolf. The fans did get their lone wolf wrong this week because they lone wolf on Indy.
Oh, the Jags. We were all on the Jags.
Yeah. Oh God, that's terrifying. All right, what's your score?
I'm going to take the Saints to win this game 24-17. Saints win by 7.
All right. In Arrowhead.
Really interesting. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for this game. It should be a fun one. It should be a lot of action. Hopefully it's not just like a fucking blowout, and an actual good Monday Night Football game would be very nice. Yeah. But interesting week. More interesting week in college football. Holy fuck. The two teams I need to keep winning, because I want to go to my first ever college game day, were Alabama and Tennessee. I need them to win the next 2 weeks. And then that happens. Vanderbilt, that is once in a lifetime.
Hell yeah, Diego Pavia.
That is
that was awesome.
That is once in a lifetime. Carrying those fucking goalposts 3 miles. When Tennessee did it against Alabama, the stadium's right next to the river. There's no walk. They walked carrying goalposts for 3 miles to throw it in the river.
That's amazing.
That's absurd. That is college football. When there's all those memes saying the European mind couldn't comprehend this, nobody could comprehend that. Nobody could. But man, shout out to Vandy. They celebrate, and they had a hell of a weekend. And now next week, dude, that stadium's going to be rocking. That stadium, well, whenever they're back at home, even though Vandy's going to suck the rest of the year, that place is going to be rocking.
Oh yeah.
But Saturday, that's just the day of the upset, yeah?
Yeah.
That's all it was. But dude, this Vandy team actually isn't that bad. I mean, they took Mizzou to overtime too.
No, not at all.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just Vandy.
Awesome.
Wow.
Love it.
And Rocky Top, Tennessee goes down to Arkansas. But you know what? It's okay. And Mizzou goes down, Texas A&M.
And Michigan.
Michigan, thank God. Fuck Michigan. They go down to Washington. And Miami, almost.
Yeah.
Almost. This Miami team is not good. Are they good?
They keep winning, though.
They keep winning. They keep winning these games. Like, dude, oh my God. So close, man. So close for Cal winning that game. So close.
That was a game day, and they showed up too.
Mm-hmm.
That was impressive for game day.
Yeah, first time
6
ever.
6 a.m. local time, didn't matter.
Yep, they were there. They were out there from like
their signs were incredible, by the way.
Yeah, they were. Well, they're all smart kids, so they could think of some good things.
Creative people.
Yeah, they're all smart kids. But yes, Illinois State did destroy Southern. I will be at the Illinois State game Saturday. Excited. Should win, hopefully. Just keep winning, and then maybe I'll actually get to go to a playoff game for my own school this year, which would be very cool.
Ooh.
Not the actual college football playoff, but
obviously
FCS. Yeah,
I'll
take what I could get.
Right.
But yeah, great week in college football this weekend. Ohio State, Oregon, which is a big
That's
game.
the game we're going to be doing on Saturday.
Yep, that's a big game and a fun game. I'm very excited to watch that. And then next weekend, the best weekend in college football almost ever, which will be amazing. But Josh, you got anything else for the people?
No, I got nothing.
Both of us go Saints tonight.
Yeah.
Let's go in there. Let's get a win. Let's beat Kansas City. Fuck the Chiefs. Fuck Kansas City. Please. I'm done with the hype. So thank you guys so much for watching. We do appreciate it. And we will see you guys on Wednesday.
Yep. See you guys then.